Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is OJ, and on today's episode I will teach you guys how to draft a bustier with yoke. If this is something you're interested in, let's get right into the video. So after getting my pattern paper ready, the first thing I did was to draw my border line. So from my border line, I measured my bust line, which is 10 inches, my under bust, which is 13 inches, then my half length, which is 15.5. Then I drill my lines horizontally. After that, I went ahead to label my lines, my shoulder line, my bust line, my under bust, and my half length, which is also my waistline. After that, I move ahead to my border line to measure half of my shoulder, which is 7 inches. Then after that, I realize I haven't drawn my chest line, which is supposed to be 8 inches. Then I marked it out and I drew a horizontal line for it also. So on my chest line, I measured 7 inches also. Then I connected it with a straight line for my armhole. Then after that, I went ahead to mark out my basic neckline, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. Then I connected them with my curved ruler. Then moving on my bust line, I marked out 3.5 inches. Same on my under bust and on my waistline. This is half of my nipple to nipple measurement. Then I connected them with a straight line. To get my shoulder slope, I came down by 1 inch on my shoulder point. Then I connected it back to my neck point. So on my shoulder, I measured what I have, which is 4 inches, and I divided it into 2. And I came down to my chest line. I measured 1 inch downward and I marked it. Then I connected the 2 points together with a straight line. So on my waistline, I already have a triangular lines, which are total mistakes. So I went ahead to cancel them out. So on my 3.5 point, I went towards my center front by ½ inch and towards my side front by 1.5. If you're on a bigger side, you can go towards your side front by 2 inches. And I did the same on my under bust and I connected them with a straight line. So from the 3.5 mark on my bust line, I'm going to connect it with a curved ruler to the 1.5 on my under bust at both sides. So moving on to my yoke, I went ahead to measure 1 inch above my chest line. This actually depends on your own preference. You can decide to have your yoke on your chest line. So on my shoulder dart, I went towards my armhole by 0.75 and towards my center front by 1 inch. Then I connected them with a curve to my bust point exactly this way. So to get my armhole curve, I went ahead to divide my line by 2, which is 3.5. Then I went in from that 3.5 mark by 1 inch. And on my chest line, I measured my bust divided by 4, which is 8.5. Then I connected the 3 points together using a curved ruler. So after that, I went ahead to add my allowance. So I went into my curve and measured whatever I have there, which is 1 inch. Then I added 1 inch sewing allowance to my pattern. Then I did the same on the waistline. My waist divided by 4 is 6.5. Then I measured whatever I have in my dart, which is 2 inches. Then I added 1 inch sewing allowance and I connected them together. So after that, I went ahead to determine the depth of my yoke. This has to do with your own preference or your style. So I decided to maintain it on my chest line. You can have it as deep as you want. Then I connected it to my first dart leg using a curved ruler. Then from my second dart leg, I connected it to my armhole curve, where my armhole curve stops. I connected it there. Then from there, I tried to connect it down to my allowance. You can basically do this with your free hand, or you can manage to do it with your curved ruler. After that, I cancelled out my unwanted space right from my waistline then to my upper chest. And there we have our bustier pattern with yoke. If you've watched up to this point, thank you very much, and do not forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you up in my next video. Bye guys.